midshipmen will go on offense first to start this game. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pick up on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Horvat. Forced out of the pocket. Looking down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often and usually don't go far down the field. But nice little chunk run.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Navy!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Rice Owls offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there. Statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13. Now facing a 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. Plows through the defense. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here comes the Navy offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes the grab. It's Chapman. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. Still some work to do after that last completion and 2nd down. Sticks it in his belly. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. on the option. Now the toss. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Really good job by this defense, man. 4th down and short. Great job playing the quarterback first. That's the most important part of the option. Don't let him get downhill. Now it gets to the pitch man. It gets a little bit outside. They run to the football and get the big stop on 4th down.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The pitch. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Complete on 3rd down. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th. Navy searching for a 4th down conversion. Finds him out of the backfield. And he's going to go out of bounds short of the line to gain. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking for a crease, it's Jackson. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll run it to the right. Breaks into the open. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Navy will go back on the attack. This offense has it with really good field position. He'll take it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. He'll keep it himself. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Navy quick to the line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Horvath. Catch in the middle, it's Chapman. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the sticks.
Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. So now it's 2nd and long. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Turner. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Pocket breaking down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short in the first. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's brought down after a nice game.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. Running into the open space. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Here comes the hurry up. Now on the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 2. 3rd down coming up.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. Fires to the middle. Right on the money. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Cross. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Navy! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And that's why it's so tough to stop an option offense in plays like this because defensively you've got to be so good with your assignments. Someone needs the dive. Someone needs the quarterback. Who's got the pitch man? That time nobody on defense had the answer.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Gives it on the option. Find some fresh air. Turning it on. Touchdown, Owls. Great job by the back on the option.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
There he goes. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, midshipman.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. To the air, it's Jenkins. Release to the back. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The option look. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And here comes the Navy offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Horvath. Trying to escape and get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Quarterback on the keeper. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
A 1st down run in the red zone. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Coming out with it, it's Turner. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Rides the back and leaves it. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Cradles it at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And Navy will go back on the attack. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. Scanning the field, it's Horvath. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Navy quick to the line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have with the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Wants to throw on first down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Gives it on the option. Fighting off the defender.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, obviously, a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
He has the first and still on his feet. They'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Finds a little space. Jumped on top of the pile. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the option. He'll do it himself. Midshipman, and they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Minnesota was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen from the Gophers over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Owls, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off play action on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. decides to back on the option, the give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Operating in the red zone here on second down. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
They'll run play action. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
And this defense has put our game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today. And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And here comes the Navy offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress. Under a couple minutes left in the ball game.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Under fire. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on third and long. The snap sets up the throw. Unleashes one deep. Just about had to pick in the end zone. Instead, it'll be fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Good, right down the boulevard.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And Navy will go back on the attack. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Navy.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quarterback keeper. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Navy now in trouble here on third and long. Quarterback will keep it. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man,